Okay, our program is Singgit% program, and for the introduction, we would like to extend our foremost thanks to all of our team member and to the entire citizen who's helping out together in establish our program Singgit% event. And the program that has been organized by our team is actually an initiative of program to recycle of the waste materials, and our main focus is to recycle organic material such as cooking oil, non-organic item which is used fabric and electronic. Our team has decided to conduct our recycling event at Pekarangan Wisma Negeri Melaka, and we are so honored with the presence of Exco Unity, Community and Relations, Workforce and Consumer Affairs, that is YB Datuk Wira AR Haji Ismail bin Haji Othman. His presence is representing on behalf of Chief Minister of Melaka, that is Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Utama Haji Sulaiman bin Ahmad Ali. The sole purpose of the program aims to reduce waste at landfills in the state of Melaka, and as we are aware that the problem of solid waste disposal have become more significant lately. The latest statistics show that the average solid waste per resident in Melaka is 250 kg per year. And then from that amount, only 2% is recycled, whereas the remainder is buried in landfills or dumped illegally. Thus, to ensure maximum support by all citizens, we humbly pledge for the entire community in the state of Melaka to be invited. We are happy to ensure that the program will become a success stone and will be pioneer to other similar events in the future. This program will be conducted with 3 SOP outlined by Ministry of Health Malaysia in order to prevent unnecessary COVID-19 outbreaks. Thus, to mitigate the outbreak, we would like to introduce the drive-through concept, and each participant will experience by 3 process checkpoints for the delivery of used waste. We would like to name the checkpoint as Scan, Drop and to ensure that event is hassle-free. Our team has collaborated with several vendors to manage used waste on the day of the event to ensure that used waste will be disposed in a safe manner. And each contributor used cooking oil waste will be rewarded by Ringgit Malaysian 1 ringgit for each kilogram, and fabric waste on the other hand will be purchased at Ringgit Malaysian 0.10 cent for each 1 kilogram, and used electronic waste will be purchased at 0.220 cent for each kilogram, and then hence the name of our program is Singgit%.
Iswa, for your help to introduce our event today. Let me just take over from here. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go further, let me just explain a little bit of the background of our event today. Basically, what is the root cause of the event today? Why we create this event? What is the problem statement that we are trying to resolve today? Ladies and gentlemen, each single day of citizen Melaka has contributed to the large quantity of garbage. Dumpster collection has increased significantly. Waste management in Melaka has faces numerous challenges in order to sustain our green earth. However, we have set out our plans, targets, and measures to address them. However, the main challenges for the waste management are: first, Melaka citizen awareness on the proper recycling methodology and process. Second, a growing Melaka population and economy. This is due to an increased volumes of waste generated. This has placed pressure on waste management facilities which are already in short supply. Third, there has been an increased complexity of the waste stream due to an urbanization. The complexity of the waste stream affects the complexity of its management, which is compounded when hazardous waste mixed with general waste. Fourth, there's a historical backlog of waste treatment, especially for urban informal areas, tribal areas, and rural formal areas. Although 81% of all Malaccan households has already access to the domestic waste. However, since 2008, this access has remained highly skewed in favor of urban communities. This is due to the fact of the inadequate waste services that led to unpleasant living conditions that has polluted an unhealthy environment. Fifth, this is due to the fact of the limited understanding of the main waste flows as well as the national waste balance due to the submission of waste data that is not obligatory. And where data is available, it is often unreliable and contradictory. Six, this is due to the policy and the regulatory environment that does not actively promote the waste management hierarchy. This has limits the potential of the waste management economic sector. We have studied that this has an estimated turnover of approximately 560 million ringgit per annum. Both waste collection and the recycling industry do provide meaningful contribution to a job creation and GDP. We believe that they can expand further. 7. Recycling infrastructure was not present, which will enable separation of waste at source and diversion of waste streams to a material recovery and buyback facilities. 8. An outdated waste management infrastructure has provided growing pressure, with the declining levels of capital investment and maintenance has worsened this situation. 9. Waste management do suffer from a pervasive underpricing. This results that the costs of waste management are not fully appreciated by the consumers and industry, and waste disposal is usually preferred over other options. Number 10. Few waste treatment options are available to manage waste, and so they are more expensive than landfill costs. And last but not least, this is due to the fact too few adequate compliant landfill and hazardous waste management facilities, which hinders the safe disposal of all waste streams. Although estimates put the number of waste handling facilities, significant numbers of these are still unpermitted. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we have basically 11 reasons of why we want to create the event today. Next, we are going to uncover what is the objective of the event today. Basically, the big why we create the event is to improve self and public awareness towards environmental issues, as well as the benefits of environmental hygiene. Therefore, reuse, recycling of goods to be disposed of solid waste is our main objective. Second, we want to promote a new generation involvement in recycling program. Third, we want to share the knowledge and provide clear information on recycling for all Malaysian citizens. Fourth, we aim for a zero target solid waste in the future. Fifth, we would like to improve public knowledge with related to reduction, consumption, and continuity. Sixth, which is the last objective today, is to minimize the negative impact to the environment, which is our Mother Earth today.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Yazri Hafiz bin Yaakob. So my turn to present about significance of event. Okay, first of all, Singgit Sponsorship Program will be run with the concept of drive-through. Each program participant will go through 3 process, which is for delivery of used waste, which is scan, drop, and pay. We have worked with several vendors to manage used waste on the day of the incident to ensure that used waste sold will be disposed of safely. Used cooking oil waste will be purchased at a value of 1 kilogram, equivalent Rm 1 ringgit Malaysia. The waste fabric of 1 kilogram is equivalent 10 cents, while used electronic waste will be purchased at a price 20 cents for 1 kilogram. In other words, this event will make the community aware that they can save resource. During the recycling process, used item will be made into new item, and it can minimize cost. If used goods are not reused to produce new goods, then they will use the raw material of the earth by mining and logging method. The recycling process has a positive impact such as minimizing the use of natural material and preserving the original habitat for the sake of new generation. Material and preserving the original habitat for the sake of new generation. In addition, this RM100 event will realize people that using recycled material in the manufacturing process is far less energy than producing new product from raw material, even comparing all the associated costs including transportation and others. There are additional energy saving as more energy is required to extract, refine, transport and process finished raw material for industry compared to providing industrial finished material. This event to some extent gives knowledge to the public that the recycling process helps to minimize the extraction process, such as mining activities, exploration and logging, filtration process and natural material process, which have a serious impact on water and air pollution. With recycling, it can control the process of gas emission, greenhouse and help in controlling the climate of change. In addition, recycling can reduce carbon dioxide from the process of producing new product and maintain cleanliness of oxygen content.
Okay, thank you. For my turn, I will explain about the target audience. To implement this RM100 event, we need to specify our target audience. Without the target audience, perhaps we will have a difficulty in obtaining and giving this information. This is because by having a target audience, we can minimize the time and cost in program preparation. For example, we can reduce the using of printing medium such as pamphlet, because audience at the age that we target are more approachable using social media such as WhatsApp and Facebook. So what our target audience is, the age is around 20 to 40 years old. Okay, why we choosing the range of 20 to 40 years old? This is because they are easier to moving and understanding the purpose of this program, because this program involve a participant to handling over the recycled item using the drive-through concept. So other than that, of course the target gender are male and female, and then in addition to that, in terms of race, we more focus on the major nation in Malaysia, which is Malay, Chinese and Indian, while the religion is we focus more on Muslim, Hinduism and Buddhism. Okay, the place that this particular event is at the Pekarangan Wisma Negeri, which is at Melaka Tengah. The place we choose Pekarangan Wisma Negeri, which is in Melaka Tengah, is because it is easy to go and it is a place that known to all. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mazura binti Jaafar. I would like to present about organization committees. In this event, we have 6 committees. First, we have event manager by Izwa binti Awang. And then we have Muhammad Zuhaidi bin Haji Mustafa as Marketing and Promotion Committees. We have Nur Salsabilah binti Shamsul as Finance Committees. And then we have Muhammad Yazril Hafiz bin Yaqub as Social Media committees. And then we have Badrul Hisham bin Zulkifli as Technologies Committees, and me as well as Administration committees. In this event, we have 6 committees, which is Event Manager, Administration, Marketing and Promotion, Finance, Technology and Social Media. First of all, I would like to explain further about event manager. As an event manager, it is important to oversee the design and the setup of the event, which is execute of event that gather all the audience. The event manager task is always dealing with research in the good venue, planning and managing the events calendar, having negotiate quotes with the selected vendors, assist and monitor the event marketing, and to monitor all the time frames from the others committees. On the other that, event manager have to monitor the budgets, networking and the briefing from time to time to make sure all the team has done the work properly. Next, we have an administration committees. The administration committees is to monitor the budget, the venue, the catering, attendance, and some more. The administration will form a small committee and will make an important decisions. Administration committees will set up subcommittees meetings and make sure that one of the small committees attend each meeting to ensure the event is heading in the right of directions. The example of role under the administration committees is to maintaining event budget, to maintaining managing food, beverage, security, entertainment, speakers, papers, and some more. Next, we have marketing and promotion committees. Marketing and promotion committees' function is to promote and spread out the news about the planning event in order to get more audience come to the event. For example, the duties of the committees is to create a promotion schedule, setting up and managing online registration, creating social media, slide pictures for the events, and some more. And then the main purpose to create the committees is to encourage and facilitate communication between members and non-members, send an outgoing or an ongoing process of the event manager regarding all the effort and develop marketing and advertisement to serve the public about the events. In this event, we have set up the Technologies Committee. The Technology Committee is needed if you are on-site or all online or both of that. Events are starting to become a little more technical than one person can handle. The role of this committee is to sourcing all the equipment and systems, dealing with the vendor who supply the technology items, managing logistic and setup, do test run before the event starts, and also do troubleshooting. Technology team is important in the event because they need to make sure all the technology required for the event are prepared and functioning well. Next, we have social media committees. During this pandemic COVID-19, social media is an important medium to spread out a news or to promote the planning event. A part of that, social media committee is formed to involve in a variety of social media activities such as blog, social bookmarking, and commenting in the social media. Social media committee is responsible to create a comprehensive social media strategy plan to define program using social media marketing in order to increase visibility, membership, and some more. Measure the impact of social media on the overall marketing effort via surveys, questionnaires, and others. The last and the most important committees is finance committees. Finance committees is created to provide financial analysis, advice and the whole of the organization budget. The main responsibility of this committee is to ensure that the organization is operating with enough budget, especially to provide programs to the publics. Other than that, they also need to ensure the accurate financial records are maintained to monitor all the expenses or income gain for the event from the events. They also need to make sure the budget is reflects the needs, expenses and revenue of the organization objective. They also need to review the new funding or ongoing financial implications.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nur Salsabila binti Samsul. Now I will continue with the 20 elements of interpersonal communication. Okay, the first one is about communicators. Okay, at least 2 people must be involved in any communication. The first one is the sender of the communication and also the receiver of the communication. Okay, here for the single person event, there is 2-way process of the communication, which is the sender of the message, which is our committee event, and also the recipient of the message, which is our target audience, the community around us in Melaka. So here, the element of communicators are involved in our event single exposure. Okay, next, the element of noise. Okay, what is noise? Noise is the difficulty or barriers that could be happen in any communication. There are many noise happen in this particular event because the event will be held during the pandemic of the COVID-19. The main noise related to the event is about the physical social distancing because there are many barriers happen and that become barriers of the communication itself. So the element of noise of interpersonal communication are really related to the event. Okay, the next one is element of feedback. Okay, what is feedback? Okay, feedback is the receiver response is known as feedback. Okay, the message are written back to the sender. In other words, okay, the sender can know whether the message is received and interpret appropriately because the feedback is vital. Okay, for example, in our single exposure event, the feedback element are related because the community give the feedback after the event, after the single exposure event, because they can respond in the Facebook and share what they give to our community, and also we can say that feedback is very important in the communication and also giving the good impact to the program itself. The element of context. The reception and interpretation of the communication mainly depends on the context. Interpersonal communication is consequently contextual. Context concern the environment element that influence communication outcome. So here, our single exposure context are really concerned about the environmental awareness. So the element of context are related to the interpersonal communication for the whole the community single exposure event. Okay, next, the element of channel. How the message is sent to the audience is affected by the channel or medium that we use. Communication channel may apply to the technique that we use to connect and the tools that we utilize during the process of the communication itself. Okay, for the event of single exposure, there are many channels that we use to attract people come and join our program. So here, the element of channel as the interpersonal communication are really related to our event because we also use many channel to be one of the method to make sure our event runs smoothly. Okay, next element is environmental communication. What is the environmental communication? Okay, environmental communication, in the easy words, is the communication on environmental issue about the issue of the environment itself. Okay, for example, in our event, the main purpose of the event is about the reuse or recycle of the oil, waste of oil, and also the unuse of electronic equipment. So the element of environment communication are related to the event because the event itself is about the environment awareness. Okay, next is the element of the public relation. Public relation are all about relationship issue and the effective communication are the most importantly. Okay, it is therefore important to make sure that communication is stable so that the communication does not fail. Okay, for the single exposure event, we are collab with many agency, and also there are a few small stall that are involved in the program. So the public relation in our event are very related because we handle with other community itself. So public relation element are related to the event of the single exposure. Okay, next about the element of money management. Money management need to be handled by the trusted people and needed to clarify specifically the money in the proper way budget. Okay, this is very important to make the financial movement known by the others member of the event. Okay, for the single exposure event, we have financial team that be responsible to record and to budget, to list down our budget and what amount that we use in this program. So money management element are very related to the single exposure event. Okay, next element is leadership. Leadership is an important interpersonal skill that involves effective decision making. Effective leaders incorporate with many others interpersonal skills like empathy and patience to make a good decision making. Okay, this is because without sound of leadership, the program may facing many issues that not be well resolved. Okay, here in our single exposure event, we have project manager is our leader. So the function of the leader is very important to ensure the program runs smoothly and the leader can make a good decision making if we are handling or having many issues during the program. Okay, next element is active listening. Listen to understand, not to merely reply. Okay, pay attention to each person you converse and ask yourself what you can learn from the conversation. To ensure this program of the single exposure to run smoothly, every people, especially project manager, need to listen to the community members' idea and what the problem during or after the problem. So this is very important element and this very related to the event because the event itself need to be handled in the proper way, and active listening are one of the main element that involved with the single exposure event. Okay, next element is the respect element. Okay, even when you disagree with someone else's idea, you can still talk to them and treat them with the respect way. Okay, if you have a good idea, you can give to them, but you have to respect it first. Okay, one of the key to demonstrate respect in the single exposure program is through communication with the others, to the discussion, to the meeting. So, respect element is really related to the single exposure event because actually respect element we use in our daily life communication itself. So, respect communication element are really related to the event of single exposure also. Okay, next, the element of empathy. Understanding others people emotion is a key skill in the workplace. Okay, for the event of the single exposure, we set aside our own assumption, acknowledge our colleagues' feeling, allow an emotional connection, then take positive action that will improve their well-being. Okay, we have to know that when we handle some big program, we might be exhausted, we will be tired. So we have to empathy to others friend. So if we can help them, then we can help them.
Okay, lastly, for the conclusion, on the whole event has been carried out went smoothly. We have adhered to strict SOP compliance and the response has been very encouraging from the Malacca community. Indirectly, the Malacca community can earn extra money in this event. We can reduce this environmental waste. As we all know, these recycled items are very important in his life. We from Perbadanan Teknologi Hijau Melaka would like to thank all the people in the state of Melaka for being willing to attend live this program. Not forgetting the community members and vendor who have made this event success. So, for the recommendation, this event benefit the entire state of Melaka because in addition to increasing income, it can also reduce waste at landfill in the state of Melaka. This event will also the people of Melaka will be given a briefing session related to e-waste management, fabric used cooking oil, as well as several exhibitors from relevant agency and various stalls have been conducted in this program. We hope that such program can be held in our state in Malaysia so that we can reduce waste disposal in Malaysia. Thank you.